Alright, welcome back to another Tera Plays Tera video. Today's video, we are going to be going over the brand new Menma's patch notes. I'm so excited for these. It's amazing. The game is getting probably one of the best updates I've ever seen yet, and I am so excited to see how people react. There's just so much cool stuff coming out to the game. It's so much I want to go over with y'all. As you can see, I don't really have footage. Yeah, I apologize. This was really last minute, but I just figured I have to really get this out. And as you can see, it's the big one. They're dropping this last minute to surprise everyone because it's such a massive patch. The devs are just so happy that they can go over stuff. They're super excited for all of this, that they just loved working on Tera, being an amazing MMORPG as it is. And they just want you to know that this is going to be our version of Tera 2.0. Alright? This is amazing stuff, guys. I'm super excited. A lot of people always joke about, Tera 2.0, blah blah blah. Well, this is it. This is it. We finally got it. So let's dive into the cash shop. That's the first thing the devs want you to know, is that they fixed an issue where costume purchases from the cash shop weren't giving stats. That was all meant to be intended. Costumes give stats on console, so why shouldn't they on Menmas, right? So don't worry. When you get costumes now, you can get extra attack speed, so much cooldown reduction. I'm super excited to make the endless DG build on Menmas. This is so great. You get 10 movement speed for combat, skins and all cool stuff. General content, we got guilds. So guilds now will let you get 69 guild members, AA. So it was 40, but yeah, an amazing update to guilds. There's a new player experience. A lot of you might play the game and start out and been used to getting the level 70 scroll. Well, that's changing now. The devs really want you to enjoy the game from the start. So don't worry, everyone's being compensated. All your characters that were level 70 are now level 1. So we get to all enjoy the game from the beginning, guys. I'm super excited to re-level all of my stuff. But if you're someone who really wants to just skip to level 70 or something, I don't know who would do that. That's, don't worry. You can buy a level 70 scroll from the cash shop for a 10,069 coin. Yeah, just don't worry about it. Just level. Don't worry. We're getting a new underwear that increases the drop rate of all the underwear by 1,000%. So that's going to be super fun to grind. And yeah, it's to encourage players to collect all the different styles of underwear, because fashion true endgame. Let's see, what's other stuff that I was super excited. They're adding this new weight system. So don't worry, a race will now have a weight stat which affects your movement speed. So everyone should just, be Ellens. You'll move the fastest, right? Or if you want to be, I guess, slow, just make a Baraka or something. I don't know. And do you know that using shape changers now has a use? You'll have to grind these to make your class move faster. The ticket bot will no longer crash, so tickets now work in the game. You guys can do all that stuff, so don't worry about that. Oh, look at the Quasol. That's important. We'll get to that later. Campfires and resetting. They reintroduced campfires, which create a safe haven for people. You can now take a short or long rest in the safe haven. Entering combat at any point will cancel the resting, which may permanently stop a long rest. Monsters actively avoid campfire auras unless provoked. The short rest, you must be in the safe haven for at least 1 hour. During a short rest, you can spend one or more of your hit dice to regain some hit points. You can also use some of your class features that recharge on a short rest, such as Fighter Second Wind or a Warlock spell slot. For a long rest, you must be in a safe haven for at least 8 hours. During a long rest, you regain all of your hit points and half of your hit dice. You'll also regain all your class features and spell slots that recharge on a long rest. You can only benefit from one long rest in 24-hour period. There is a marriage system that if you guys want to go over, you can now like actually, get married with the new command proposed. So like everyone who's all about getting married, you can read through this and just figure out what you want. If you want to be someone's fiance or spouse, don't worry. I know I have a few people in mind to ask. But yeah, let's get into the companionship and marriage skills. There's all sorts of skills too for reasons why you want to grind out that stuff. So here's a list of available marriage skills. Well, there's a marriage bank that each level adds a new bank tab, similar to the guild bank, but these are tabs special and appear golden on the bank UI. Each level provides one marriage bank up to a maximum of 4. You can marriage summon, so you can just immediately summon your spouse to your side. Like any waifus out there that are just like, my man's got to be here now, like, get over here, you are good. You can just pull that trigger on them whenever. But you must be in the same zone as your spouse to use the skill. It does not work in civil unrest, battlegrounds, or dungeons. So sorry, wifeys, if your hubby's fighting a dungeon, then you gotta wait. But don't worry, once he's out, you can get over and just yoink him away from the dungeon. Each level will reduce the cooldown down to 30 seconds. And then marriage resurrect, immediately resurrect your spouse on the spot. So if you guys are in the same dungeon or battleground and you see, they're dead, just boom, instant resurrect, just right there. Like, who even needs a healer at this point? Just everyone go in couples. You can easy clear stuff, There's a bunch of stuff for divorce. So, like, if you and your hubby or wifey don't work out, you can just, kick them to the curb. So you can request a divorce by using /divorce. This will automatically call Hale, to investigate and literally calling his phone. So like basically if you want to speed dial Hale for whatever reason, just /divorce. You don't even have to get divorced. Just if you want to bug Hale, it seems, go ahead and just /divorce to bother him. But he may refuse the divorce request and enforce a marriage council with the GM team. So, like, you may not want to spam it. But, I mean, like, what? It's Hale. What's he going to do, right? If the request is, accepted, the divorce council will occur, which will decide who gets what in the bank. So, I mean, me personally, I just make sure I take everything out before hitting /divorce. But, like, they might be able to track that. And if you have, children with each another, it's up to Hale. Hale just gets to pick who gets what child. So, huge shout out to Hale. Like, so there's new PvP content. Yeah. There was a lot of heavy toxicity in open world PvP, so that's just, gone. We're not doing that anymore, guys. It's not allowed. All zones have been made safe in GVG. This is console now. Okay? No more of that. Just done. Alright, so for Summoner's Rift, the map now rotates by 90 degrees every 5 minutes. The dragon pit now contains 2 dragons rather than 1. The dragons spawn at the same time and have different elements, and have been replaced by the giant Teemo. Giant Teemo has the abilities of a normal Teemo, but scaled up to match his size. When you enter the giant Teemo's vision, he will perform a global taunt. So yeah, he's just going to make fun of you. Inhibitors now respawn with full HP after 30 seconds, and the Nexus now fights back and gains health HP bonus equivalent to 10% of all champions' maximum HP. There's a competitive 5 vs 5, which adds a new map called Dust 3 to the map pool. Dust 3 is a remake of Dust 2 with enhanced graphics, a layout, and gameplay features. They removed Dust 2 from the map pool. They've adjusted the FMAS and Gallo recoil to make them more realistic and reliable. They reduced the cost of the AK-47 by $100, so like you can just, afford those AK-47s and, go pew pew pew. They increased the damage of the M4A1S by 5, so like, for all you M4A1s. You get a little more damage. They've reduced the amount of the time to plant a bomb active before exploding by 5 seconds. They increased the time it takes to defuse the bomb by 1 second. And they fixed several bugs that allow players to bypass map boundaries or cause server crashes. So like, y'all hackers out there from like PlayStation back in the Call of Duty 2 days, or, you know, the Modern Warfare 2 days, like, no more of that. That's gone. I know, it's sad. They're making huge leaderboard changes. There's just issues with this in general. So all runs uploaded automatically will get first place. Everyone gets a trophy. It's like we're all in preschool. So yay, everyone gets a participation reward. Statues will be placed throughout Highwatch. So I'm super excited to see Nifba's statue. Yeah. Dungeon changes. Just to let you know, there is now only going to be one open dungeon, and that is a 7-person corrupted channel works. So we'll get into the changes of corrupted channel works in just a few minutes. And just to let you know, every other dungeon is closing. So no more Rampaging Arcade 9, no more Drakon Arena Hard, no more Forbidden Arena Nightmare Undying Warlord, no more The Plexus Hard, no more Sky Cruiser Endeavor Hard, no more Anthros Abyss Hard, no more Forbidden Arena Undying Warlord, no more Democron's Factory Hard, no more Ruinous Manor Hard, no more Akalas Quarantine, no more Forbidden Arena Hagafina, no more Dragon's Nest 20-man raid, no more Drakon's Arena, no more Corrupted Skyness, no more Virgin Prison, Arcade 9 Kennels gone, Ruinous Manor gone, Kelvin Shanna gone, Lilith's Keep gone, Nizzle Gorge 5-person gone, and Channelworks 3-person is all gone. Yeah, no more of that. Only corrupted Channelworks 7-person dungeon. So just to let you know the way this dungeon works, instead of healing the player, the statue will now heal the boss. So you better kill the boss quick. Fall damage has been enabled, so if you jump off, you will be hurt. They've removed all the invisible walls. The Sentry A23 has been added. The wall and laser mech has been revamped. So now spawns the following bosses in order. The Nightmare one, whatever his name is, the devs forgot. I'm sorry, I don't know either. Nightmare Matilda, and then Nightmare Chandra Manaya. And you must defeat those bosses for Sentry A23 to become vulnerable again, so you can fight the Sentry. And then for Plectomos and Kirkron, both bosses have just been removed. And the Mind Goblin now spawns instead. Get it? Because Mind Goblin, what? Hey! So, class changes. All classes, they fixed bugs where players would become invincible for a short period of time after using like a backstab, a backstat, a decoy, jujitsu, all of that good stuff. Just, you know, that the iframes don't exist anymore. Okay? No more iframing. Easy game. We don't need those. Zerkers, your Cyclone now has a 100% reset chance and can reset up to an infinite number of times. Unleash Beast Fury, Unleash Sinister, and Unleash Dexter. During Inimitation, you now have frontal blocks. For a Rampage, you now get banned immediately when casting the skills. So, yeah, if you want to get permabanned, just pop Rampage. Easy. You know? There you go. GG's. For tanks, they've changed the endurance shred of all tanks by 20, but they forgot. So they also forgot if it was 20 flat or 20%. So us tank players, we're gonna have to try to figure that out. But you know, we're smart, right? We're not crown eaters like Destiny 2 tank player. I mean, I love Destiny's what's it called? I did whatever. Infuriate. They've removed because Zerks can't enrage, so I think that's fair. I mean, if Zerks can't enrage, no one else should. Like, get over yourselves. Alright, so for Gunner, Gunner automatically receives a 10% buff every time the server goes down or crashes. So they felt that the change made in the previous patch was too strong, but they don't know how to fix it. So these bosses will continue until Gunner is actually, you know, played. So start playing Gunner, or you know, they'll just get OP. Reapers, they fixed a bug that caused Reaper skill to apply damage as magical. All Reaper skills now are physical. Binding Scythe for PvP, hitting a target deals 20% of the target's HP as true damage, bypassing shields or immunities. PvE is increased final damage by 999%. Yes, this is like console. This is perfect. They bound targets are now rooted for the entire duration. Sundering Strikes, they increase damage by 175%. For aerial scythe, press and hold the skill button to launch nearby enemies into the air. The longer you hold the button, the higher your enemies will rise and the more damage they will take when they fall. Enemies risen by aerial scythe cannot be damaged by normal attacks until they drop and will fall immediately if you are immobilized. Enemies become immune to aerial scythe for a set period of time after taking damage. So just make sure you kill it with aerial scythe, like easy. Shadow Step, the skill has been renamed to Shadow Dash, now moves you the distance of a teleport jaunt, now has 3 charges, it was originally 2, and it's increased cooldown by 69%. Hey yo. Within that Menma, the only thing I think you guys got wrong here is that you have to make it so the Assassinate buff or the Shroud Escape cooldown is like 4 seconds. I think you could really learn something from console players with that, and you know, really just allow us to have, like, even buff it, give us like 300% damage from Assassinate, and just let Reapers like soar the way they should be. Let them be like gunners at this point. Like, they should be the second popular class. Priest, you have been deleted. So yeah, no more Priest. Don't worry, they're giving you a class change voucher on login, so you know, you can play Mystic, or, you know, Mystic, your Metamorphic Blast and Metamorphic Smite no longer has animations, no longer has a cooldown. Tip, span them to deal more damage, wink. You no longer summon your thralls, you turn into it for the duration. Your skill bar changes to that summon skill, including the warding totem. If you die while playing as a summon, you turn back into your normal character, get knocked down, and have 15% HP. So, yeah, Mystics, you basically become like a, morphing class now. So, like, you can just, like, morph into your thralls. You know, kind of cool. So Priest, they felt bad deleting you guys. So, alright, here are the real Priest notes. Priests are undeleted, but you're just now a Mystic. So you don't get to pick anymore what you want to be. You're just a Mystic. But if you're an Ellen Priest, you've been removed. So anyone who's playing Ellen Priests are just deleted. And there is no character choice or recovery. You're just gone. Like, no voucher either. You're just gone. Like, don't even log in if you only had an Ellen Priest, guys. Like, yeah, sorry, that's not allowed. Brawlers, they fix a bug where all attacks granted frontal block during Growing Fury. Sorry, they don't know what they did. They just did it. Get over it. Growing Fury increases your weight proportionately. Ninja, they decrease the Shuriken's attack modifier to 41,379. Baraka Ninja is active, so everyone who's been dying to play Baraka Ninja, you no longer need the mod to do it. You can just be a Baraka Ninja now. Your Burning Heart no longer has a cooldown. They converted Harmonious Burning Heart even outside of Inner Harmony. You have a new skill called Burst Fire. It functions the same as a Gunner's Burst Fire, including the Archon Cannon, and it turns into Harmonious Burning Fire during Inner Harmony, which has clone shooting as well. So that's just, no, you could just see a Baraka Ninja splitting out to 3 with a bunch of miniguns and just going pew pew pew. Super cool. Smoke Bomb, we've reverted all the previous changes to Smoke Bomb. We're aware of the bug where we reverted so much Smoke Bomb that Smoke Bomb no longer smokes nor bombs. Yeah, so, cool. Cool ninja changes. Valkyrie, Purpuri Valk is now active. Increase the attack speed by 10.69 and reduce every skill duration by at least 35%. They deleted Ragnarok points, though. Godsfall no longer consumes Ragnarok points and just has a cooldown decreased to 90 seconds. Can be activated while Ragnarok is enabled. For Ragnarok, no longer consumes points. You can now just toggle the skill that consumes 11 HP per second and increase your size and weight by 100%. If playing in Ellen, size and weight is increased by additional 150%, because we can't let Ellens have all the fun. That's just not allowed. For Lancers, your leash now has a weight limit equal to your character's weight. Pulling an overweight target pulls you both towards each other, meeting halfway, stuns both players if it happens. Master Leash now has a weight limit equal to 200% of your character's weight. Pulling an overweight target pulls you both towards each other, meeting halfway, stuns both players if this happens. And Chain Leash is the same thing, but you can equal weight of 350%. Warriors. Now, I'm super kind of intrigued about the warrior changes. As a warrior main, I'm a little conflicted, but, well, you might just play Reaper. It's okay. I swapped a Reaper basically on console because everyone had to go meta, whatever. So, warrior. Edge now stacks up to 1,000. This is to make the class more edgy. I accidentally forgot, though, that, the original damage, it's the same. So, we used to have to get 10 edge to do damage. Well, now it's 1,000 edge to do the same damage as 10. Don't worry though, the warrior has some okay changes. Evasive roll is now just named to roll because there's no more evasive part. It consumes 25 edge, so you have to build 25 edge now to, roll. It's just too powerful a skill. It needs to be nerfed, guys. Blade draw now has 2 charges. It was originally 1. It's now 2. They reduced the cooldown of Blade Frenzy by 1 second on a successful hit, though. So, you can just keep tapping Blade Roll to, reduce your Blade Frenzy. Rain of Blows, instead of generating 2 edge, it generates 3, or in DG, it generates 5 now. Scythe, they removed the cooldown of Scythe, so just can instantly cast Scythe. For PvP, though, the skill, it changes depending on the amount of edge consumed. So if you have 0 to 10 edge, just doesn't do anything. But if you hit someone 11 to 20, you stagger them. If you have over 21 edge, you knock down your enemy. Aerial Scythe has been removed because that's been added to Reaper. So Reapers now have Aerial Scythe. Blade Frenzy now consumes all the edge to increase the damage dealt. A successful hit will, the final blow resets Deadly Gamble. And the cooldown has been double to Blade Frenzy. So, if you could build 1,000 edge in DG and just instant kill the boss with your Blade Frenzy, because it's 1,000 edge now, it's gonna do... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. It only does as 10. Alright, so for Archer, the class has been renamed to Sniper. The bow has been removed. The weapon is now a sniper rifle. Unfortunately, you must buy a new weapon since we couldn't find out how to convert it. You can buy the Annihilation AWP from the merchant in Highwatch. You must buy ammo from the merchant, which costs 250,000 gold per shot. So have fun buying that. To use the AWP, you must slot it into your hotbar like a bomb or brooch. Consumes 1 ammo per cast. Cooldown of 2 seconds. 1% chance to jam, which has a cooldown of 8 seconds. A 0.1% chance to break, which must be fixed with a shot or a long test. Damage depends on where you hit the target. Head, 500,000 damage. Chest, 300,000. Abdomen, 200. Legs, 150. Arm, 100. Fires a hit scan bullet. All other skills have been removed. Safe space has returned, called Safer Space. For Safer Space, if you are within 30 meters of target, your damage is reduced by 99%. So, archers, just make sure you're on the other side of the arena. Make sure you go for headshots and just get that one headshot and you're good. That's it. Sorcerers, new meta magic. This feature allows any sorcerer to modify their spells in various ways, such as extending their range, duration, or number of targets. You may choose up to 2 meta magic options at 3rd level, and 1 or more at 10th and 17th level. There is a new resource called Sorcery Points, which can be used to fuel their new meta magic spells. You can start with a sorcery point at 1st level and gain 1 sorcery point for each level up to 20th level. You may restore all sorcery points by taking a long rest at a campfire, a safe haven. The new sorcery origin, starting at the 1st level, you may now choose an origin which will grant you an additional ability and spells relating to the source of your magical power. There are 4 origins to choose from: Blood Shard, Sorcery, Castanic Black, Magic, Nature Magic, and Draconis Bloodline. Empowered Spell allows you to reroll a number of damage dice equivalent to your Charisma modifier when you cast a spell that deals damage. You can use this meta magic featuring once per turn. revisited the sorcerer's spell list in full, added a new spell such as Chaos Bolt, Dragon's Breath, and Cinematic Static. Sorcerers can also learn these spells from other classes through the Sorcerer's Origins feature by spending sorcerer points. Fix some bugs and typos. Slayers. Yeah, you don't need any changes, you're fine. Slayers are just good. It's okay. Some missile. Oh, look at the kitty. There's a kitty. There's a kitty. Oh, we gotta go over the new class, the clown class. This class unlocks at level 69. You can equip a balloon, a pie, or a rubber chicken as your weapon. The clowns have the following skills. Honk deals damage to all nearby enemies. Prank applies a random debuff to the target. And Juggle. Round objects are hurled at the target to strike 2 to 5 times in a row. There's quite a lot of bug fixes. If you want to read them, you can. The patch notes will be linked in case there's anything I covered that you want to go over. So within that, that's the end of this patch note video. I want to thank you all so much for all the support Menmas has given me the past few months. Making patch notes for Menmas has been really great, and it's really good to see a dev team that really cares about the game so much, and I'm so happy for Tera 2 to come out. By the way, if you haven't realized, this is a April Fool's prank. At the bottom you can even see PS April Fools, so I hope you find this content funny. I've had a interesting week, and it was actually really nice to sit down and record this, so I want to thank you all for the support. Y'all are fantastic on this channel, and if you do like this, go ahead and hit this like. If you got any questions, if you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here, feel free to ask. And as always, if you keep finding your way back to this channel and liking the videos and aren't subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate if you subscribe. That's about it. I hope you all are having a fantastic day, and I hope to see you all in Aboria Gamers.